My name is Helen Sung, and I'm a jazz pianist and composer, and I also teach, and I'm very happy to meet you all today. We're going to be talking about having a good physical approach to the keyboard. That's so key, almost before you even think about, what are the nuts and bolts of jazz playing. You want to have a good physical approach because that's going to be your foundation to playing for the rest of your life. To have a good physical approach means you have a good sound that's free, can project, and have a wide range from soft to loud. So let's talk about a law of nature called gravity. I think we all know what that is. It keeps us earthbound, keeps things in place. Sometimes I think we dream about what is it like to be in outer space where there's no gravity and you're free. So I think it's kind of cool that to have a sound that's free and can project, gravity can actually be your friend. I think sometimes when we think about playing the piano, all the focus is on our fingers, which they're very important, but actually playing involves your entire arm, from the back of your shoulder to your fingers. From here is where you get your strength for the range of dynamics from very soft to very loud. And then as you get closer to your fingers, all the way to your tips, that's where the detail is. Often I notice in my students playing, in their approach to the keyboard, it's all about their fingers. Actually, when you play, it really is your whole arm, from the back of your shoulder to the tips of your fingers. Because from here is where you get the strength. I always tell them, imagine trying to push someone with just your finger, but if you put your back into it, your shoulder into it, you have so much more strength. It's the same with playing. Now your fingers have to be strong, meaning they have to support the weight of your arm. They can't buckle or collapse, similarly to how your knees and ankles support the weight of your body when you stand. Let me show you, when you let gravity be your friend, what the difference is in the sound. Very different from just using your fingers. Now this might feel like a foreign concept to you, so one thing I like to do with my students is I'll hold their arm with my hand and I'll say, let your arm drop. And you won't believe how many times when I take away my hand, their arm keeps hanging in the air, which means they're holding their arms. When I let go of their arms, it should fall to their laps. That's one way to check yourself. Let me show you with the keyboard. Now, a great way to apply this concept is to scales, chords, and arpeggios. I think we all know what those are, and a lot of times students groan thinking it's such a chore, but actually those are amazing things because they are the building blocks of all the music that we hear and play. They're not that hard. They make you traverse the whole keyboard, and once you understand the fingering and how they work, it's fairly easy. So let me show you. I'm going to play a scale starting on G, using this concept of dropping into the keys, letting gravity be your friend. Haven't forgotten about the left hand, but you might want to concentrate on one hand at a time at the beginning while you get used to the feeling. A lot of students are, oh, that's kind of odd. That's okay. With time, it'll become second nature. Now, obviously, we're not going to play disconnecting each time. This is just to introduce the motion to you and get the feeling familiar. So remember, the motion actually starts from the back of your shoulder, all through your arm, through the elbow, through the wrist, through your knuckles and to your fingertips. It needs to flow, the motion, the energy, with no tension held at any of the joints. Let's try arpeggios. And chords. So once that motion becomes more familiar, then I have my students start connecting, not lifting each time. So you see the motion is still there, it's just not as exaggerated and pronounced. And as you play faster tempos, it's going to become even more streamlined. A little faster. Faster.